This tutorial explains how to adjust the gas flow through the pneumatic gas valve to set the emissions and efficiency of a gas appliance. Setting is described on the basis of an E01 gas valve from ebm-papst. The following instructional video is intended for use by qualified personnel only, and the final responsibility of the gas appliance remains with the appliance manufacturer. For additional information, please refer to our current safety instructions located on our website www.ebm-papst.com. This valve has two adjusting screws and a pressure test nipple. Here you can see the main injection throttle for increasing or reducing the gas flow at full load. Turning in clockwise direction, in other words to the right, reduces the gas flow. The exact opposite applies to the adjusting screw for setting the offset. In this case, the gas flow is reduced by turning the screw in a counterclockwise direction, in other words to the left. This is the pressure test nipple for measuring the offset pressure. The CO2 content of the exhaust gas can be shifted in parallel over the entire modulation range by adjusting the main injection throttle. Turning the screw clockwise moves the CO2 curve downwards. This setting is always made at full load. The offset is always set at part load. In this case, the offset screw is turned counterclockwise to the left. This moves the curve downwards in the part load range. How to set a pneumatic gas valve to the correct CO2 combustion values will now be demonstrated on this instantaneous water heater. Two measuring devices are required: a pressure gauge for pressure measurement and an exhaust gas measuring instrument for measuring the CO2. To perform the exhaust gas measurement, open the exhaust gas test nipple and insert the probe in the exhaust pipe. To measure the offset pressure, open the offset pressure test nipple at the outlet of the gas valve and attach a measurement hose. The first step is to start up the water heater and switch to the system test mode. The heater then has to be set at full load and part load in accordance with the operating instructions. Start by switching to full load and checking the CO2 value. For example, this water heater is set to 9.5% CO2, which is too rich for the application and needs to be readjusted to the target value of 9% CO2. The main injection throttle is used to set the CO2 at full load. Employing a hexagon socket wrench, the main injection throttle is turned in clockwise direction to reduce the gas level. This means turn slowly to the right, then check the CO2 value, and, if in doubt, adjust again by giving it another turn. Repeat this procedure until the correct CO2 value is obtained. When doing so, wait briefly and observe the CO2 measurement. As soon as the CO2 value is correct, use the system test mode to switch to part load. For example, with the water heater set to part load with a minimum load level, the offset has to be readjusted to the target value of 8.5% CO2. Again, use a hexagon socket wrench to turn the offset adjustment screw. Take care, as the offset is very sensitive to adjustment. Turn very slowly. Observe the CO2 value and then adjust again if in doubt. Turn slightly in counterclockwise direction and check the CO2 value and the offset pressure. This reduces the CO2 value and the operation of the instantaneous water heater becomes leaner. The offset is now in the ideal range and measurement can be concluded. Exit from the system test mode, switch off the instantaneous water heater, then remove the two measurement probes and close the offset pressure test nipple by turning the screw in the pressure test nipple clockwise until it stops. This must be tightly sealed to stop gas escaping during operation. Then close off the exhaust gas test nipple. The water heater is now optimally adjusted and ready for operation.